All right, this segment here, originally I put it on my other channel called Recca, the Ruins of America. Yes, as I've said many times, I've got 7 channels, and this one was on Recca, the Ruins of America. Remember way back when, what was it, 2012 to around 2017? Remember when the IRS government agents had to apologize for attacking the conservative Tea Party members? Everybody remembers that, especially all of us conservatives. I mean, how could you have government employees attacking you just because you're conservative? It happened. It actually happened back in 2012 to 2017, and the government apologized. 5 years black eye on America back then. I think we might have another black eye on America here. I might have just stumbled onto something here by accident. I'm telling you, I've been doing some research online, and many people are having problems filing for their Social Security retirement. They worked their entire life. They earned it. They paid into it, and now they're having problems. I didn't think about it until I had my problem, and I started researching it. And I'm starting to think, is this a replay of when the IRS was attacking conservative Americans? Is Social Security attacking conservative American males like myself? I mean, here they are. They're falsely accusing me of something that I never did. They're going to try to get me to show proof of something I cannot show proof of because I never was arrested in New York. It wasn't me. It's false. It's slander. Is this the Social Security attacking conservative American males? Is it possible? What other answer to my question is there here? This is ridiculous. Okay, I know I'm going to be repeating myself a lot during this long video, but that's okay because this segment here was originally put on my Hidden Spotlight Treasures channel. I've got 7 channels, so let's talk about this real quickly. So by now you know that some Social Security guy from California, he sends me this letter. He falsely accuses me of being arrested and confined in New York, and he wants me to submit proof of release. Okay, so remember, this letter is from California. He's a Social Security employee. He's falsely accused me of something, and now he wants me to send him paperwork of submit proof of release when I was never arrested, and of course I would never have any proof like that. But think about this, because I did go down to the Social Security office, I don't know, 2-3 weeks ago, and I stood in line for 2 hours. I mean, I guess standing in line for 2 hours with every dirtbag in Las Vegas who's applying for disability. That's why I'm standing in line for 2 hours, because I'm a retiree, but I got to be mixed in with these disability people. I guess standing in line for 2 hours does not qualify for proof of not being in prison, in a New York prison that I was never in to begin with. God damn these people. Yeah, it's time to talk to my baby boomer friends out there. All you guys you're looking into your RVs and your motorhomes now. You're living cheap. You're seeing the world. I got to talk to you guys for a little bit. All you baby boomers, remember? And I know you guys do. All you baby boomers who are just about ready to retire, you heard the same stories I heard. Back when they warned me when I was in my 20s and 30s, all those old timers, they said, you know that Social Security program? It won't be there when you get to retirement age, young man. They told me that. You heard it too. Back in your 20s and your 30s, back in the 70s and 80s, they told you Social Security won't be there. Don't count on it. That's what the old timers told us, right? Well, I had no idea. Yes, I had no idea that the country would be invaded and the invaders would steal my identity and get locked up in New York, and then the liberal California Social Security workers would then try to take my retirement away from me. Seriously, I'm warning you, baby. Yeah, this is important for the baby boomers because you're about ready to retire. I applied 6 weeks ago. They tell you you'll get your approval letter in 2 to 4 weeks. That's bullshit. 6 weeks ago, I applied for my retirement, Social Security, and then I get this letter. The letter says, yes, you were incarcerated in New York. Now you have to give us proof that you were released. Number one, I never lived in New York. Number two, I was never arrested in New York. This is not me. It's not true, but it doesn't matter. You get a letter from the Social Security office. What are you going to do? Is it slander? Who knows? Did an illegal steal your Social Security number? Did he steal your name? All hell's breaking loose. We're living in a third world shithole. Jesus Christ. I want to give you baby boomers some heads up. When you apply for Social Security, it is going to be hell. It's hell. And don't bother to call your damn congressman because she's having cocktails with the lobbyist. Yeah, you know, it's a millionaire thing, you know, just for them, you know. Okay, now I don't want to forget about those 5 people who watch my poker videos. Here we go. Imagine this, if you will. You've been playing poker for 40 years, over 40 years. From a young man all the way up into your 60s, you've been grinding it out in 2-5, no limit. You even played a little pot limit Omaha once in a while during the World Series of Poker. You've been grinding out. Every year you pay your taxes, you pay your Social Security tax. You've been doing this for 40 years. And then you apply for your benefits. Imagine this, if you will. You get a letter. Yes, you get a letter from the Social Security office. 6 weeks later, after you apply, they say, well, we find out that you've been incarcerated in New York. Now remember, you play poker in Las Vegas for your entire life. You've never been to New York. But you got this letter. They said, you've been incarcerated. Now you're going to have to send us proof that you're out. Wow. I just given you guys a little heads up. Heads up. Well, don't expect that Social Security because they're going to scam it away from you. Yes, they will. I do believe this is a big breaking story for baby boomers. So listen up. I applied for Social Security retirement about 6 weeks ago. I'm 60, I'll be 62 in August. So I applied for Social Security benefits, they call it early benefits, 6 weeks ago. Now they say you get the approval in 2 to 4 weeks. Bullshit. So anyhow, I knew when the guy called me from California. That's another thing. Out of the blue, when you apply online, they call you on the phone. And you don't know who the hell's calling you on the phone. There's so many scammers. He said, this is Mr. So-and-so from California. I'm from the Social Security office. And he must have got upset with me because I didn't know if he was a scammer or not. I said, I think I'd just rather go down to the Social Security office. And if you need something, he needed to see my driver's license and passport. So I went down and stood in line at the Social Security office for 2 hours with all the people that are applying for disability. I was there for 2 hours. Okay, anyhow, those are the facts. 6 weeks later, I get this letter from Mr. Social Security employee from California. He says that our records show that you were confined in New York Correctional Facility on January 9th, 2002. Please submit proof of release. Now, number one, I never lived in New York. This is not me. More than likely, it's just somebody with the same name as I have. The question is, did he check this so-called person who was incarcerated? Did he check his Social Security number? Did it match mine? My whole question, is this letter slander? Is this slander on the part of the Social Security office in California on me? They claim that I was arrested in New York on January 9th, 2002, when I was not. I was nowhere near New York on that day. I've never lived in New York. Totally false. Now, there is a possibility that some illegal stole my identity, got arrested, and had my social security number because he stole my identity and he was arrested in New York. That's a possibility. If that happened, then this letter would not be slander. But here's my question. If the Social Security employee in California did not cross-reference the Social Security number of the said incarcerated person, okay, if he did not check and see if this guy was arrested in New York, that he had the same Social Security number as me, if he did not check this, is this letter proof of slander? That's a question I have.